So let's get right into it. The first one is actually from Hello Mark Harley. 2 days ago, it says, "It's time, the moment you've all been waiting for, Schulz versus Schaub." So I took a reading of this, and to kind of summarize it. Okay, guys, so I decided I should read this so you can kind of make up your own minds before I summarize this. Okay, since you guys are having fun in response to my shoe video, I will tell you the story of the Andrew Schulz beef. Warning, this isn't a story designed to make Bappa look bad. That might just be your interpretation, but it also gives you some insight into Schultz's brain that's not flattering. So Brendan had an idea for a Gringo Papi promotion video. He wanted to essentially make a parody of the Dave Chappelle promo with Morgan Freeman, where they're driving in the truck and Morgan Freeman is doing voiceover and Dave gets annoyed and reveals he's actually next to him in the truck. So for Brendan's vision, he hired Bruce Buffer at a friend rate, but still like 10K plus, I think, for the day, plus production expenses. Whole thing was estimated to be 15K. The concept is virtually the same. Brendan's driving through the hills of Calabasas as Bruce hypes him up. His special in his patented voice and terms. The shoot goes great. Didn't get to see the final product, but by all accounts, it was just what Brendan wanted. This was closer to when Chappelle released his special, July 2022, as Brendan was initially going to release it in the fall, so it would still be somewhat fresh in people's minds. Apparently word got back to Schulz not long after the shoot. Not sure how. He texted Brendan like it was an emergency, very urgent and demanding. Like, text me back ASAP, urgent. I remember the word urgent was used. He texted twice because Brendan was shooting cats and didn't respond immediately. So after the episode wraps, he steps into another room at Thick Boy to call Schulz. He picks up the phone red hot. My best recollection of what was relayed: "We got a problem? Huh? You stole my idea? What? Bruce Buffer, dude. Yeah. He's been going around the country opening my show and this on my special. Dude, relax. This is a totally different idea. You can't use the promo. First of all, I spent 15K on this. I'm not just gonna dump it because you're upset. Secondly, if anyone has a claim on Bruce Buffer, it would be me. He used to announce my fights, and I've been friends with him longer. You don't want this smoke." Excuse me? You don't want this smoke. This set Brendan off, I think rightfully, as it came off as a threat of some sort. Put me on speakerphone. I'll beat the shit out of you and everybody else in that fucking room who's listening into this phone call. Whoa, I mean... whoa, haha, no, I didn't mean it like that. Like that, I meant you don't want these problems from the comic community when they see you stole my idea. I think that everyone would side with you. Well, everyone in this room does. Think he had another member of Flagrant 2 chime in and say, yes, it's idea theft. So Brendan goes into the King and the Sting room and asks the other guys their opinion. Brendan explains the situation and asks Delia, "Nah, that's fucking stupid, Schulz. Theo, man, fuck Andrew Schulz." Quote, "Okay, well, we gotta figure this out. Yeah, you know what? How about we go to a neutral third party? We ask Rogan for his opinion." Okay, but whatever he says goes. My recollection is that they got off the phone, laid out to Rogan, and he says, "Well, I understand both sides, but you're trying to get Brendan to do something he doesn't have to do. So how about, Brendan, you don't air the promo, but Schulz has to pay you 15K for production cost." They agree. Schulz never pays Brendan. That seems to be the start of the tension. To kind of summarize it is that, so Brendan wanted to use Bruce Buffer to announce his Gringo Papi special, and he was gonna have him say, like, he was like announcing the promo, but then but Brendan was like, "Hey, it's a comedy show, not a fight." So like that was gonna be Brendan's promo. What Schulz wanted to do was use Bruce to announce his comedy special right in the beginning when he starts his show. Like, "Oh, it's time, you know." It's time! Like how Bruce Buffer announces fights. Like that would be for Bruce to announce his show, but the one, the only, the infamous Andrew Schulz! but apparently like somebody caught wind of this, that Brennan was gonna use him. Somebody hit up Andrew Schulz and said, hey, Brennan is kind of stealing your idea. And so Andrew heard about the whole video from somebody. He felt like it was like he felt like Brendan was gonna like take shots at him, and told him, hey, like, you better not do that, you better not post it, or else, right? And Brendan took it as like he wanted to fight him, but Andrew was like, oh no, I don't want to fight you, like, because Andrew said, you don't want this smoke, like, you don't want this smoke, something like that, right? And then Brendan basically was like, hey, like, you know what, I'll go in there and I'll beat everybody that's in that room. And Andrew was like, oh, whoa, I don't mean it like that. Don't, I mean comedically, like, I'll like roast you, I'll make fun of you online, and that's how our beef will start. So to try to end this conflict, they try to get Joe Rogan, and he was the deciding factor with what was going to happen with that whole thing, like who was going to release it, who's gonna use that idea. So Joe decided on Andrew Schulz using it, but the thing is that Andrew Schulz would have to pay Brendan $15K because he hired Bruce Buffer to announce his promo. So Andrew would have to pay him to kind of resolve the problem, and then so Andrew would use him. So Mark says that he has not paid him, and so like he also has like the screenshot of it. Here's the screenshot from Mark Harley, because he used to work for Thick Boy, he used to work for Brendan, so he has access to all the social medias, and I'm probably sure he's got the password for the iCloud, and he was able to easily take a picture and post it on the subreddit, and pretty much determining that this whole conflict is real, and that the video is real, the promo is real. And so he's like kind of like stirring the pot here in the subreddit saying, are you team Schulz or are you team Schaub? And it's basically like they both don't like him. Like the people on the subreddit don't like either of them, right? Like and it's just a funny thing to see this happen. And yeah, it's up to you guys to decide who's in the right here. Like, do you take Brandon or you take Schulz? But it's funny to know that they hit up Joe. Hey Joe, like we have a problem here. Let us know what you think, and you will be the final decision for that. So that was kind of funny. Don't want this smoke. Excuse me? You don't want this smoke. This set Brendan off, I think rightfully, as it came off as a threat of some sort. Put me on speakerphone. I'll beat the shit out of you and every